What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about silver and compare the differences when it comes to the premium for generic silver rounds and bars and 90% silver coins. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course the brand new Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I want to talk about and compare generic silver such as the rounds and bars that I have over here on the left hand side of the screen, and then over here on the right I have some 90% junk constitutional silver. I want to compare the two because these two pieces of silver, or types of silver rather, that's been my focus for these last couple of months. Now I have mixed and matched it up a little bit. I have gotten my hands on some other types of coins, such as the silver Kraken, which I just showed off. I got myself a Queen's Beast. I've gotten some other little pieces as well, and I also picked up some gold. But for the most part, these last couple of weeks or the last month or so, I have been primarily focusing on 90%, whether it be quarters, dimes, half dollars, doesn't matter, 90% silver, as well as generic silver, the rounds and the bars. And I wanted to talk about this today because I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of people. Some people have been asking me over on Instagram. Some people have been asking me in the comments section of my videos. Maybe they've been asking me during my live streams. I even had somebody message me in the Precious Metals VIP Club the other night asking about the two, which, by the way, friendly reminder, the very first VIP only stream will be tonight. It'll be the link in the description. But I wanted to talk about this today, and I wanted to go over a couple of things because, like I said, I have been focusing on these two types of silver, the generics and the 90%. So up until recently, 90% junk constitutional silver has pretty much been the way to go if you were trying to get your hands on silver for the lowest possible premium. Of course, you can go with a ridiculously large silver bar. Typically, the bigger the bar, the lower the premium. So if you're going to go with a kilo bar or maybe even a 50-ounce or 100-ounce silver bar, that is an excellent way of lowering the premium to the best of your ability. But let's be honest, especially with the spot price being up right now, not a lot of people have the currency to trade for large denominations of silver. Some people are only getting their hands on just a little handful of silver at a time. So 90% typically would make the most sense. This is probably the best way, or was the best way, to get your hands on a little bit of silver at a time for the lowest possible premium. However, I've noticed over these last couple of weeks that the premiums on 90% have slowly but surely been being cranked up. Now, not as astronomically high as, let's just say, the premiums on a Silver Eagle 1 troy ounce pure silver coin, government minted coin, but they're not exactly a deal breaker. They're just a little bit higher than what we're used to when it comes to the premiums anyway. Generic silver, on the other hand, I have always been a fan of. That's actually how I first got started stacking. My very first piece of silver ever was a basic generic secondary market silver round that I picked up at my local coin shop. However, here's the issue. After a couple months of stacking silver, primarily, or actually strictly stacking silver rounds, I decided that I wanted to move on over to coins. I considered it to be somewhat of a graduation from silver rounds to silver coins, and I knew that the premiums on Silver Eagles were a little bit higher than a basic generic secondary market silver round or bar, but I figured a little bit higher of a premium, barely even a difference, but paying a little bit higher of a premium was a pretty small price to pay for having the level of notoriety. It's the most recognizable pure silver coin on the planet, and if I have, let's just say, a Santa Claus round or just some random silver round with some random design on it, and it's not necessarily from a reputable mint, maybe a potential buyer in the future one day won't know what it is, they won't recognize it, they want to get their hands on something that's a little bit more trusted or desired, whatever the case may be. So that's why I moved over from silver rounds to coins, and I primarily stacked the silver eagle as well as the silver maple for the most part. At the moment, silver eagles are somewhat out of the question because the premiums are so high. I don't want to make this video about comparing the premiums on silver eagles and pure silver coins and whatnot. I want to stick to and focus on the generics versus the 90%. But these have been my focus for the last couple of weeks, the last month or so, because of the lower premiums. I can't really get my hands on silver eagles at a price tag that I'm comfortable with, so I've just been sticking to generics and 90% for the most part. And over these last couple of weeks, I've noticed that the premiums on the 90%, it's kind of on the rise right now. It's not hard to get your hands on 90%. It's actually very easy to get your hands on 90%, but the premiums have increased. That's something that I've noticed. A lot of online bullion dealers, eBay, social media, the premiums on 90%, it's been on the rise. And if you want to get your hands on a troy ounce of silver with 90%, all it would take is about 14 silver dimes, or roughly 6 silver quarters, or approximately 3 silver half dollars. 14 of these, 6 of these, 3 of these, each of those would equate to about a troy ounce. So if you have 14, 6, and 3, you would have just about 3 troy ounces of silver, give or take. So that's always been an excellent way, in my opinion and from my perspective, if you want to stack that way. Not to mention, I've always considered it excellent not only for the low premiums, but because it's fractional silver. Like I said, it takes 14 of these. That means each one is 1/14 of a troy ounce of silver. These could be seen as 1/6 of a troy ounce of silver. These over here, about 1/3 of a troy ounce of silver. So if you ever needed to break an ounce or make change for an ounce, I think this stuff could really come in handy. This stuff would be really beneficial. Not to mention, they are not generic secondary market pieces of silver. These are in fact coins. They are fractional silver US coins. Granted, they're not pure silver, but that doesn't really matter. They're recognizable, they're trusted, they're respected, they're desired. People know what these are. Anybody who's familiar with precious metals knows what these are. The pre-65 90% silver coins on a fractional level. They've made a lot of sense to me in the past. They still make perfect sense to me currently. However, the premiums are slightly on the rise. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but if you're still trying to get the most bang for your buck, I think right now, that's the generic silver's role. Now let me explain. Generic silver might not be as recognizable as a silver coin, whether it's a pure silver, a 90% silver, a 40% silver, an 80% silver, a 35% silver, whatever piece of silver you're getting your hands on, whatever type of coin it is, whatever it is. The generic silver might not be as recognizable, especially if you're going with the random silver rounds. I mean, I have silver rounds, like I said before, I have a couple silver rounds with a picture of Santa Claus on it. I don't necessarily think that's anything that people are really going to be going out of their way to get their hands on. Maybe during Christmas season just for fun, but I don't think that's coming from a reputable mint, especially because there's no name of a mint on the round. It's just some random piece of silver with some random design on it. I have silver rounds with snakes on them. I have silver rounds with all different types of designs. I have a silver bar that's just the American flag. I love this flag. But again, no reputable mint. It doesn't say where it's from. So technically, one could argue that they don't recognize it. They don't know that it's truly silver. They don't know that it's authentic. You could always test it. You can always prove its authenticity. But even if you do prove it, somebody might not want to take it off your hands because they might believe that it would be difficult for them to part ways with in the future. So pros and cons, but there's a way of combating this. If you go with, let's just say, sunshine minting products, and this is just one example. There's plenty of mints out there. There are plenty of silver rounds, plenty of silver bars that have security features. Some of them are serialized. These, all you need is the decoder lens, which you can get for about 20 bucks. I'll link it in the description if anybody wants one. But you can actually see, it says Mint Mark SI, that is Sunshine Mint's security feature. And if you have the decoder lens, you just put it over top, and right here in this blank circle, it would say the word valid. All you have to do is scan over top of it. So that's a 1/2 troy ounce silver round. The 1 troy ounce silver rounds and bars have the same thing. The 5 ounce silver bars, same thing. Mint Mark SI, it's a security feature. It goes for the 10 ounce silver bars as well. And if you have larger denominations of Sunshine minting products, the same thing applies. So in my opinion and from my perspective, I think at this very specific point in time, generic silver is probably the way to go. It seems to have the lowest premiums. Granted, I don't want to say that 90% silver has a high premium. Just right now it has a higher premium from all of the websites I've been comparing. Higher premium than generics. And it doesn't just have to be Sunshine bars and rounds. You can get the Silver Gold Bull 10 ounce bull bar. You can get RCM bars. You can get American flag bars. You can get random generic silver rounds, random generic silver bars. You can mix and match it up. You can get different denominations. And if you really want to break down the premiums, something you might want to take into consideration would be going for larger denominations. If you have the cash, if you have the currency to get your hands on a larger silver bar, the bigger the bar, typically the lower the premium is going to be. It's typically cheaper from a fiat perspective to get your hands on one 10 ounce silver bar like I have right here on the bottom, as opposed to 10 little 1 ounce silver bars. It's like going to a grocery store versus going to a wholesale club. You get more bang for your buck, and in this case, more money for your currency. So if you have the cash to get your hands on a 10 ounce silver bar, that might be a better alternative than picking up 1 troy ounce silver bars one at a time, or 2, 3, 4 at a time. If you save up a little bit and get your hands on a 10 ounce silver bar, you could save a little bit of fiat, which could really pay off, because the currency that you save adds up over time, and you can take that saved currency and get even more money out of it. Like I said, pros and cons. So this typically does have a lower premium, at least right now, than 90%. You could save even more currency by going with a larger silver bar, but the pro to the 90% is not only is it a coin and it's, a recognizable piece of silver, but you can go with it on a fractional level. If you were going to go with generics on a fractional level, typically the premium is going to be pretty high. But this stuff right here, I mean, you could pick up just 1 silver dime at a time if you don't have much currency at all. If you only have like maybe $2 or $3, you could absolutely pick up 1 silver dime. One of these right here is only worth about $2. You're going to be paying a premium for it, so maybe $2.50. I personally wouldn't pay any higher than that for 1 silver dime. But the lower the better if you can get it for about $2 or anything below $2.50. I would say that's an excellent deal right now. Keep in mind, this is all just in my opinion and from my perspective. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take this as financial advice. I'm just thinking out loud over here, but I'm also answering a couple questions that I've been receiving in the comments and on different platforms and whatnot. So not only is this for entertainment purposes, but it's also to help initiate a conversation. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Between 90% and generic silver rounds and bars, which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, where I can do things on my terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. You can get access to VIP-only live streams. They're privately held and only has a small number of people who will be watching them, so they're easier to manage. I can read more comments. I can respond to more people in real time. You can get access to giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout-outs, and much, much more. It'll be the first link in the description. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,000. I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course, the brand new Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, please head on down to the comments and let me know, is there anything that I missed while comparing 90% to generics? Is there anything that you would add? Is there anything that you want to ask about 90% versus generics? I know my videos have been getting a lot of brand new people who just recently started stacking, so maybe you do not know the difference. I would like to think that this video probably cleared things up, but if there's something that you're still wondering about, head on down to the comments and let me know. Don't forget, this video was inspired by some of the comments and questions that I've been receiving, so if you have a question for me, head on down to the comments and ask away. I'd be more than happy to dedicate an entire video to you and answering your question. But between generic silver and 90% silver, which is your preference and why? Generally speaking, and also right now, because times are tough right now, things are very, very different. Have the last couple of weeks, the last month or so, affected your decision making on which pieces of silver you're going to go with? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.